Hello, what's at sixth graders? Today I am teaching you about a very fun artist. His name is Keith Haring. And you probably heard this name because Mrs. Michi teach about, teaches about him for first graders. But it's been like 5.5 years since you did this project. Maybe if you were here at Wasatch, you might remember um, doing the fun person figures like this, okay, with bright colors. Okay, but if you weren't here, that's okay. Okay, here's another one. Like that. But today, I'm not repeating the same project. I'm teaching you how to do a little bit more, I shouldn't say little, much more complicated project because you're in sixth grade now. Okay, so before I teach you how to do the project, let me just tell you a little bit about him. So his name is Keith Haring. He was born in Pennsylvania in 1958. Okay. By the way, he died at the age of 32 in 1990. That is such a short life. Okay. And well, he died of an illness. Okay. So he grew up on, ever since he was little, he just loved to watch TVs, especially the cartoons. Do some of you watch Saturday morning cartoons? Okay. And he was known as the artist in his high school. Okay? And he graduated from his high school in 1976. And he went to a school of visual art in New York City. That's where he lived. Okay? And he did odd jobs like bicycle messenger or busboy and stuff like that. And even during his college days or soon after, he started doing something really fun. He started showing his artwork, fun artwork, like that one, in subway system, New York subway. And see that little baby mark right here? Okay, right here, right here. Whoa, where is it? Right here. Okay. He made a button out of it and then started passing that to the people in the subway. You know, not the button like you use it to wear your clothes, but you know, the big round button that has pin on the back and the picture in front, and then you just wear it on your chest. Okay, so that kind of button. And he, when he did that, people just loved it. Okay? And he just suddenly became explosive success in the art history. Okay? So by 1980s, it did not just spread all over in New York. It did not spread all over not just all over in the United States, but he became world famous. Okay. Isn't that amazing? Okay. And this, I showed you this picture right here. He is standing in front of his studio. He called it Pop Shop, and this is where he worked. When you see his t-shirts very close, it says, can you tell it says Pop Shop Tokyo? Isn't that cool? All right. And he did not just the drawing in on the subway or the buttons, he did a lot of signs. You know those signs, as you drive the freeway, you see a lot of billboards? Okay, he did those, and he did the murals inside and outside the buildings. And yeah, and he made a lot of artworks on the canvas also. And his theme was always like the war against between good and evil, or sometimes it's about the social problems or political opinions, stuff like that. And his artwork shows the same similar characters constantly. For example, that picture that you just saw right here, this has a title. It's called Radiant Baby. Okay? It's the symbol of childhood with power of self-protection. Okay? And he did a lot of pyramids. And I don't have a picture of his pyramids, but the pyramids is a symbol of eternity to him. And 3 eyes, this one is called the 3 eyes. See, it's a square block with 3 eyes showing. Is that better? Okay. 3 eyes is a symbol of joy. Okay. And he, remember, he liked to watch TV, so he drew lots of TVs and computers. That, of course, represents the technology. And UFO, flying saucers. Okay. And on this one, maybe can you find the flying saucers in this one? Well, maybe not on this one. How about on this one right here? I have another one of Keith Haring's right here. There's a whole bunch of UFOs. Oh, right here, can you see? Okay, all these are UFOs. Okay, and flying saucers represents the energy in his artwork. Okay, so those and others, he did lots of robots and monsters too, are the theme that repeatedly shows up in his artwork. So today, my challenge for you is to first just get a scrap paper and a pencil and copy the characters out of his Keith Haring's piece artwork. For example, let's try to do this with me for a bit. So get a paper and pencil and come back. Pause the video and come back. All right, so let's try to draw this. This is how he drew a person. It's really easy. Basically, just a round head, arms, body, and legs. Easy, right? So if you want to turn him into a superhero, just give him a cape or give her a cape. Or you can just go without the cape. All right, if you need more time, just pause the video. Okay, this is how you draw flying saucer. Okay, first you draw half a circle, okay, and give it a teeth, whole bunch of teeth. Okay, and then you draw a plate at the bottom and give the plate a whole bunch of teeth. Okay, and add some smiley lines. Easy, isn't it? Okay. And this shows his kind of TV or computer. Okay. Do you know how to draw a box in 3 dimensions? Draw rectangle first, okay, and then draw diagonal lines, 1, 2, 3, and then connect, and that's it. And you can just add the buttons, make the base wider if it's a computer. If it's a TV, you don't need the bottom part. And give it the buttons and keyboards and whatever the image that's showing on the screen. And that's it. Okay, so let's use this to practice some more on the scrap paper. Okay, how about this big thing? Let's do this first. This big monster. Okay. You can draw any monster you want. Just make it silly, make it up. Simple head, simple body, a silly face, and you can do the robot. Okay, robot sitting right here. Okay, square body. You can. This one has an X on it, but you can put whatever the letter you want, S or T or A or whatever. Add some legs and the rollers for the feet. Add some head and arms. Easy, just make it up. And then here's a weird monster right here. This is actually strange looking monster. He has a person's body and this long neck. Can you see it right here? Okay, yeah. And the round lollipop looking head, and the people are hanging on from his neck. Okay. He does all kinds of made up monsters and a whole bunch of people. Okay, so, and the important thing is to fill it up. Fill it all up, the entire paper. And here are your color choices. Okay, you pretty much basically need a white blank paper. Okay. You can get a white construction paper, or you can use yellow actually. Okay, I put these construction papers on the desk by my closet door. So if you need one, you can grab it. Okay, and on the white paper, these are, and you just need a marker to draw. You don't need to sketch it first with a pencil or anything. Just do it with a marker after you practice. So the colors show the color combination that you can use. Okay, you can use 3 colors, black and red and green. That's a complementary set. Okay. Another choice would be black and orange and blue. That's another complementary set. Now, the third complementary set, yellow and purple, I will avoid that just because the yellow line would not show up much. So instead, if you want to, you can do black and red and blue. That combination will also do. And if you want to make, start out with the yellow background, let me show you this other example. Here's another Keith Haring artwork on the yellow paper, which just was black. Okay, so if you want to make something like that, you only need black marker or Sharpie. Okay. Oh, this one shows the pyramid with a computer head. All right, so here's the last example, yellow paper and the black marker. Okay, so, and you can make that into a story like Keith Haring did. The war against the good and evil. You can do that. Or in the past, my students have done very creative things. For example, one of them drew an assembly line in a factory. Okay? And you can do something like that. Or the city map. You can do something like that. So use just the simple lines, few colors, and fill up the whole paper with Keith Haring-like characters. All right, so that's my challenge. And again, this is not a homework, so you don't have to do it. If you rather spend your time making district posters, go for it. Okay. All right, so I will see you next week. Okay, goodbye.